All right, girl. Back for another edition of trying to get through this season
Yeah.
because they trying me.
Can we go back to Casa? That was the last
Okay.
time I was having fun. No, I'm like,
Oh,
can we?
can we go back to the actual place, especially the casa, not the villa?
Yeah. The girls are. It's bad. It's bad with the girls. I've
They are
never.
toxic.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, should we just jump into y'all? The girls are being disrespectful to Casey. The girls actively daily are disrespectful to Casey. They are name calling him. They are calling him. They are cursing him out consistently. Trinity, especially, where's the smoke for Sincere?
Nowhere to be found
I'm
because these girls care more about being chosen. And I have said that about Annayia, but now I'm saying it about all of them. They don't care about the treatment. They care about the choosing. So Melanie Sincere has been
oof.
lying in a very his clips were so extreme because it
Egregious.
was like really nakedly clear how much he lies to her, but he still picked her. So the smoke is less.
I'm I Melanie is almost a lost cause because even the recap to Thursday's episode, it seems like she's like, when are you gonna be good? When are you gonna get it together?
There's still a future in her head.
There Melanie. I I'm actually speechless, honestly.
Yeah.
I actually am flabbergasted by the way the girls are behaving, and it's making me feel like it's not real. Like it's making me feel
Mm.
like Melanie is like, Sincere, get it together so we can get to the end together. You're making me look stupid because I don't want to break this up. I want us to go to the end together. I don't think it has to do with there's no way this girl can see this man lying in every scene. Every scene they showed he did something dirty. He
Correct.
girl, I am convinced she just wants to get to the end with him. I don't know what their relationship looks like outside of that, but this is not normal
Right.
behavior. This is not normal behavior. And she does look stupid. Every single girl who says, I look stupid, you did. I'm so
That's the one
sorry.
thing you said that was correct. You do.
And I've never been that girl. I'm always like, no. Like, I'm always helping people reframe things, help them see
Mm.
things differently. The girls, especially, I'm not going to call names actually. I'm just going to leave it with Melanie. The girls are looking dumb every day. They are. The girls as a whole, actually, they're looking dumb.
Yeah, as a
Besides Jen.
collective. I actually love how Jen handled the conversation with Kenzie. She said, "Girl, outside of this, I would not fuck with you." I said, "Now that's one thing I liked hearing this whole episode."
When Jen was, I don't know who she was talking to. I don't know if it was still Kata or someone, but she was saying like, I don't know if Kenzie just likes attention or what it is, but it's not cute. That whole little spiel is everything I've been wanting to say,
Yes,
and I'm so
yes,
glad someone in the villa said it. Kenzie's moving wild. Kenzie's moving wild.
insane. And she's still never really been able to articulate why she wants to pursue Gal so bad. It's just sort of like because she can, because he's there. I don't know. I mean, I do think Dylan crying was a little unexpected, but I'm just like, Kenzie is moving through this thing like it is her own personal villa, and these are her own personal men that are only there for her.
And
Like
she's
almost like it's like the Bachelorette, you know? And I'm like, girl, calm the pussy down. That thing is screaming,
and they know when the splits hit.
girl. But I
Yeah.
gotta go back to
Wait,
well,
let me say one thing about
oh,
Kenzie before you
okay.
go. Oh damn, what was it? Kenzie. She did the same thing that she did to Melanie to
Mhm.
Jen, which is kiss a man secretly and not share it with the person, the friend, or
Mm,
like the other, person in the couple. And she tells other people. She
correct.
tells other people. She does not confront them. She is fake. That girl is a fake
That's a
person.
two-faced fake girl.
It's either she is fake or she does not care about anyone but herself, especially in this villa. Maybe she's a loving, caring person outside. Obviously, she went
Mhm.
to nursing school. In this villa, she don't give a F about nobody but herself.
She said
Period.
Friendship Island. Who?
Continues. I've never seen a girl mess up so many friendships.
Yeah,
Truly. I don't like it's
she don't care.
she
But
whack.
look,
Anyways.
on the like when it comes to what occurred during movie night, I had a lot of reactions. My first one was I'm barely getting through the show. Like at this point, I appreciate making these videos and I appreciate people who have appreciated our perspective and given us props for being mature and measured and adding something good to the discourse. So I want to keep doing that and trying to be that. But I want y'all to know that every minute of the show is becoming harder for me to watch because I don't want to watch bullies. Like that is not of interest to me. I don't actually watch Bad Girls Club or those type of shows. Like I like fun mess. I like cute shade. I don't like bullies. I don't like mean girls. And the OG Villa girls are being so mean and nasty and disgusting in a way that I just can't even try to justify or try to figure out, well, maybe there's a reason. There's no good reason. It's really just like turning me off in like a very extreme way. The way that they are acting toward Casey, you would think he put hands on the girl. You would think that he cussed her out. You would think that he cheated on her, like they were actually together for 20 years and he had a secret family or something. It's just so sickening. And then for them to not have any of that energy for the real liar, insincere, and even the real shadiness in Zach, I also think he could get a little bit more smoke. It's just like it's like personally making me feel like I can't keep watching this, but I'm gonna try to keep watching it.
I'm constantly feeling sick. My stomach is constantly turning. Like it started from when episodes ago when Naya and Melanie said I miss my man up
Yeah,
until this point. Consistently that recoupling these things are making me sick, y'all. And what's making me sick is look, I'm a feminist. Period. Feminist.
point
I
blank.
decenter men. I am actively the friend who is saying break up with them. Okay? So it is crazy that I am defending yes, I am defending these men, Casey mainly, every day. But it's because these girls are centering these men that is
Correct.
pissing me off so bad. Anaya, y'all, does not like Casey. Maybe she's attracted to him. Maybe something's grown. That was what Melanie said on that balcony. First of all, I'm sorry. I know I'm jumping around a lot. What Melanie said on that balcony, that should have been included
Yeah,
in
because that
the
was
movie night
gross.
package. It was nothing Casey said is as horrible as
Correct.
what Melanie said. Even if it's true, even if that's genuinely how you feel, you called this man on national television Build a Bear. He's
Correct.
weak. He's like they just
That I mean, he has never said anything that
no,
is close to what they have
no,
said. And
no.
in my attempt, because I'm always watching this trying to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
what I see from their perspective is that they feel he did not fully convey the level to which he was becoming unhappy with Anaya.
And I agree with that.
That he was not fully saying, like, I'm kind of over this.
Yeah.
And fine, like, fine. Like, no justification,
No,
no
no,
excuses. But
actually. Oh, okay, go do the but my bad.
I was just going to say no justification, no excuses, but it still doesn't deserve this. And he always said he wanted to explore. I can see that there feels like a disconnect because he's saying he's feeling so good, but he also wants to explore. And it might feel a little destabilizing, but he did not lie
No.
as if to say, I have no interest in looking anywhere outside of this. He always said he wanted to explore. And I think the worst he can be accused of is bad communication.
Well, let's actually when we talk about like he didn't because I agree I do wish that like Casey would have like named that like maybe this isn't but he kind of was. Also, there's a lot of nuance and context missing from his clip, which
Correct.
is the conversations that he and I have been having.
Correct.
Particularly everything that Casey basically said was based off of the last two conversations they had, which were
Exactly.
both about Soul, which is both about her complaining about him wanting to explore and she being like, well, you don't understand my side of it. And he's like, I do, but I still get to explore. He was having those conversations with Anaya. Anaya is not telling her friends the
Correct.
truth about their conversation. She is not telling them how often she is frustrated that Casey wants to explore and how she is like ganging up or, jumping on him about it every time. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not being shown. So, yes, by the time Casey gets to Casa Amor, he, like all the other viewers, are sick of seeing them.
Yeah.
We are sick of seeing them as a couple. Okay. So,
Right.
yes, he's bad mouthing her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He is venting to her friends. And let me also make a little distinction. Every time we saw Casey speak bad on her or speak on her in general is when he's asked.
Correct.
Do
Which
you
is
want to?
very important. He's not just like going on a rampage.
They're
He's
asking
answering
him.
questions.
And they're kind of messy questions, like low
Correct.
key, and it's Zach who's asking them and Sincere who's asking them. Isn't that interesting? I
Correct.
don't trust none of I'm
I
losing
don't,
so much trust.
yeah.
And I've never I'm usually just like, I'm here for the love. I'm here for it. I
Mm-hmm.
let people, have this, bad behavior here and there. I'm almost becoming the conspiracy theorist girly when it comes to Trinity, Zach, and Bryce. I'm
Correct.
almost there. I am because Trinity has a lot of smoke for Mr. Casey. I think a big part
Too
of that
much.
is just her annoyance about whatever she thinks whatever she thinks he said to Bryce, which is like misinterpreted. Um, But also, what I did not like is that I feel like Annayia was trying to be calm, cool, and collected after the package, and those girls riled
They
her up.
riled her up.
They riled her up.
That
Trinity in
really,
particular.
that,
It's
oh,
embarrassing.
sorry, it's
Like,
lagging.
oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
They're like people. These girls are not your friends, Anaya. These girls are not your friends. They're actively making you look dumb. No one is uplifting you outside, I guess, Melanie, but they're not supporting you the way you need to be supported. I think that a lot of the girls, I'm so sorry to say this, like this isn't a kind word, but I think a lot of the girls are pitying her. And I think that's why they're going so hard on Casey, is just to, I don't know. I think everyone kind of feels her low self-esteem and her lack of confidence. Like everyone feels it. And look, I've been in her shoes, so I'm not judging her. I think it's totally normal to be however her age is and act like this. I'm so sorry. I think it is kind of normal. It just shouldn't be seen on TV.
Yeah.
I would, when I was her age, I knew better than to go on TV because y'all would be dragging me the same way that y'all are dragging her. 1000%. But I think everyone feels her anxieties, all of her, her self-esteem issues. And so they're trying to, I don't know, but it's so bad and it's so embarrassing. And like, what they were also, the girls look so silly during her package where they're like, ah, hee. So it's okay when she does it, but when he, like, what?
I'm really glad that they got called out so directly. Like, I really, that's one thing that I appreciate. Zach was like, now, wait a minute. You know, like, this also shows that not only is this a double standard, but going back to the KC package, you guys couldn't have even known all of this when you were calling him disrespectful. So that means it's based on just him bringing back TT, because you didn't even know all this till right now. And you didn't really have a basis for this use of the word disrespect, which, by the way, is very frustrating to me because words mean things. And there are plenty of examples of disrespect happening in this villa, a lot coming from the girls. What Casey did may have been disappointing. She may have felt disregarded. I might even let her say inconsiderate, but we will not call any of what he did disrespect. It was cringy, some of these comments. Yes, like
1000%.
calling her grandma, not cute. But it's not, I think she just feels hurt. And instead of saying, I'm hurt, she's saying I'm disrespected.
Yeah.
And they're not synonyms.
And I do want, like, we need to just go back to saying that hurt my feelings.
Correct.
We just need to go back to saying that. No one has yet to say in this villa, you hurt my feelings. It's always disrespectful. And then it's a thing of like, you disrespect me, so I'm gonna go even harder. It's like those girls get so big and bad, and I don't mean that complimentary at all.
Right. Derogatory.
Like derogatory, absolutely. I was confused at first of why Trinity made such like a hard turn when it comes to Casey, because obviously in the beginning she was like, I feel like she literally said the same thing that Casey said in that clip. I'm not gonna hold you, girl. I think it's not that deep. She said that to her, I think at least twice. She's like, you need to calm down a little bit. And I truly believe that once Bryce told her about his conversation with Casey about the America's vote or whatever, that is when she turned, because in Casa is when she started saying like, I'm getting tired of him playing with your feelings. I'm getting it. Where did that come from? When did he start playing with her feelings?
Right.
When? And this is the thing that bothers me so much with Annayia. There is no accountability. No accountability. No accountability. Like all of their issues is because it's not because Casey wanted to explore. It's because Annayia felt insecure about Casey exploring. And she would say, go, and then be like, no, please don't go. So you're not being truthful. Tell us what your real feelings are. If you really wanted me to explore, why do you keep interfering with me exploring? Right? Even when, let's go back. I'm gonna go back. When Melanie pulled him for a chat and Melanie told her that she was going to pull KC for a chat, she got mad at KC for being in the chat, saying he just needs to tell me if he wants to explore. He's trying to make it seem like he don't want to explore, but it seems like he wants to explore. All he was doing was having a conversation.
Right.
You are not secure in yourself at all. And that's the problem. Okay. It's not KC. And I'm so sorry. Yes, it's painful to hear someone say, I can't heal what's already broken. And, I can't heal her trauma. It's not his job to heal your trauma. I'm so sorry. I know it's hard to hear. And I know from a friend, you would want him to invest in you in that way. It's not his job. This is his experience too. You should have worked that out before you got here. I'm so mad. I'm so mad she came on this show. I'm so mad. She should not have come on the show. She's not. She doesn't. And I feel like the people in her life must have known. Yeah. Must have known. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna calm down.
You worked up today, girl. My reaction to movie night is a lot less about the specifics of movie night. I mean, I'm frustrated. The girls were crazy. Her standing up, getting in his space was absolutely, to me, it was like worthy of being kicked out of the villa. Like, I thought that was actually like a little bit like verging on like harmful, because he never did anything like that.
He shouldn't have stood up there. I will say that. It's never a good idea. It always gets rowdy once someone stands up. I think, especially a man. That was bad. And I wish, I was like waiting for one of the guys to just pull him down. Back. Yeah. And that didn't happen.
There's a reason why he did. And somebody made this really good point on Threads, which I totally agree with. And I hate to use these words because they're usually dog whistles when it comes to Black people, but he is not well spoken. And he is not good at articulating himself. Yes. So, and that's like on a normal day. Like, there's a lot of stuff where it'd be like, Casey, I know what you was trying to say, but them word choices was not the best. Yes. So that's just like regular, that's the problem. Provoked. But then it's even worse in these situations where the girls are dogpiling and he feels so pent up. He has things he wants to say that he hasn't been able to convey. So he's getting like really spun up internally because he already isn't very good at expressing. And then he's getting stopped from expressing. So he stood up out of just like, can I please just say this?
It wasn't an anxiety response. Like, he's just, and it is absolutely his vocabulary. It's not great at all. It's not great at all. And one of the reasons why he and Annayia were also not going to really work, right?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, where was I going to go from there? I don't remember.
but as I was starting to say, that there's a lot of like things that happen during movie night, which I think are just representative of things that have been happening the whole time, just coming back around. And my responses are less about like this individual and more just about like this season. Like, I don't like it. I want them all to go home. I need the producers to go back to the drawing board. If they come back for season 9, they need to only pick people who are over 25. Like, there are some like fundamental changes that need to be made so that this doesn't happen again. Somebody, her name is Jasmine on Threads, said, I hope this crew actually is looking for love because they ain't getting no brand deals. This is the least like cast in history. Like, the Aqua de Kafur, you will not be doing no sexy water commercials with them because nobody want to watch that shit. Maybe Corbin, but like the rest of y'all, you gonna be back at the regular 9 to 5 because you are not gonna have an Alandria moment. You ain't even gonna have an Iris moment. She doing all right. She became the headliner of Beyond the Villa. They don't even need to bother making it a Beyond the Villa with these folks. So my reactions are just so like, I just have such a strong dislike for the people that I don't even feel like diving into their behavior because I'm like, everything sucks. The end.
It's true. Everything does suck. I honestly, unfortunately, can go on about the girls all day. Unfortunately, I don't think they have great critical thinking skills besides Kata.
Honestly, Kata's giving me such an ick. Like, she was putting 2 + 2 together in the little, the whole other argument has happened, and she was like, "Wait a minute."
It was like equations roll, and I loved it because the editors kept going back to her. Yes. Like they were like, this is coming to a head, y'all. I loved that. That was fun. But yeah, the other Trinity in particular, her addition is not good. The way she put 2 and 2 together, it's always wrong. Like,
let me tell you one thing. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say Trinity is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
She is.
She was well liked. Her couple was acceptable, even though some people think they scamming, but I think they still were on their way to being the top pretty much unequivocally, and they probably still are. But I am seeing more and more and more people say they kind of can't stand her. And I'm like, girl, you need to sit and eat your food for once when it comes to KC, because you are chiming in and doing nothing to add anything constructive to the conversation. And all you're doing is stirring shit up. You're stirring Aniya up. And Annayia is a little too, unfortunately, weak-minded to be able to not follow the leader.
Regulate herself, yeah.
Exactly. And so Trinity is just like actively making several situations worse. And she's going from looking like a surprisingly mature young woman to like, oh, never mind, this is who I thought you were.
This is who can I, the part of the reason why, so we both fast forwarded through most of the Brinity scenes these past couple of episodes. Have you noticed that Trinity uses a different voice when she talks to Bryce?
I have not.
She uses hi, no, oh, really? This is how you feel? Oh, okay, yeah. It's a different voice versus like, because like that's, and I'm not mad about how Trinity acts when she is being her authentic self, but when she's talking to Bryce, there's a different voice she uses. Maybe check it next time you watch it.
Yeah.
That is what's making me feel like she's acting. I think she's trying to use like a soft, sweet voice, but I don't know if that's I don't know. I feel like she is acting as she thinks she is supposed to act with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't even listen to Bryce anymore, honestly, because he could be telling the truth, but all it is just I just feel like he's trying to say something profound every time he talks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're talking about a 22-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's gorgeous. I mean, she is gorgeous. I'm sure she's amazing. I'm sure you really do care for her, but this is Love Island. It's a 22-year-old girl. Just enjoy yourself. It does not have to be all these like profound things to all this. It's just I don't think it's real. I can't imagine. I've never seen them actually talk like go deep.
Yeah.
I am convinced it's fake.
Another thing on Brinity too that I'm annoyed by because, well, let me try to articulate. So I think the producers are really trying to make them Nicolandria. I think they also have in mind that they want to be Nicolandria, but the producers are pushing it because they put them in like almost identical pink outfits to outfits that Nick and Alandria wore last season when I don't know if they went on a date in those, but it was like during a time when they were coupled up. And there was a quote where when they were on the date, and I didn't see this live, I saw this on Threads because like you said, I'm fast forwarding through the shit. But there was a quote that Bryce said, basically, I want to water this garden. Yep. And that's the exact, word for word, bar for bar, same thing that Nick said last year with Alandria. So either Bryce like memorized that shit, or the producers are like, doesn't this feel like a garden? What would you want to do? And to get him to say the same thing. But either way, it's fucking fake. And I'm like, stop trying to push the relationship on us. And even during the first half of the episode, before movie night, when we were just seeing the couples and the people interacting, I was like, man, none of this is moving me. I don't got one couple in there that I am rooting for, that I feel happy to see. And that's so unusual for me because I love love. Like, I fell for Brian and Amaya because I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful Dominican mommy and Poppy getting together. And like, I liked Iris and Pepe. Like, I'm telling you, if it looks like love, I love it. And so for me to be like, none of these couples are doing anything for me, that just goes to show like how there's just nothing feels real in there.
Yeah, I do think this season is a good example of the literacy crisis we have. I don't think they have a good understanding of like how romantic relationships go. I don't think they have good context on like communication skills. And I think that's mainly it. But I'm like, y'all don't read no like romantic novels.
Right.
Y'all don't like even rom-coms. Like, it's not. Y'all are not that smart. And I'm usually, honestly, every season I watch of Love Island, I am usually extremely impressed by the women's maturity, how they handle things. Like I told y'all, I used to be like Annayia. So when I would see women be like, you know what, I'm not playing with this, I'm not taking this, I'm just gonna move on. Or like how they usually handle it so mature and so confidently. And so I think that's why a lot of us are like, what the hell is going on? Because we've never seen this many I'm just not smart, insecure girls on the season. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I've never seen it. Oh, I did also, I think when it comes to the disrespect thing between Anaya and KC, I think part of the generational divide is like, are us millennial women, are we just kind of like used to men talking like that? Like, are we just like used to men like saying wild stuff and us just being like, all right, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I think that might be it. I don't know.
I mean, you could interpret it either that we have become overly used to men saying shit, or that as we have gotten older and healed, we are allowing for more expressiveness that doesn't have to be negatively characterized. I'm gonna go with the latter. We can
go with the latter. I'll take it.
And that's a conversation that I'm seeing a lot online too, is that it seems like the biggest divide between sort of Team KC versus Team Anaya is an age divide. Like the older people are for KC, not for KC, but just aren't for Anaya's BS. And also people who are married or who are in more healthier relationships, and just people who have more experience seem to be less accommodating of Anaya's behavior and more understanding of KC's behavior. And I think I think for me, like just exactly what you said, when I was younger, I was doing exactly the same type of stuff Anaya was doing. And guess what? I would be cringing at myself if I watched myself on TV acting like that. And I just want her to heal. Like, I've done a lot of work to work on myself and heal my attachment style because it's anxious attachment. And she's like nowhere near. Like, healing is not
Yeah, it's gonna
in
take
the
her a
room with
while.
us.
There was actually, I did want to say this one thing that I hope Annayia learns, and any of the other young women who are relating to her. I want y'all to know, you are never going to find self-worth or self-value. You're never going to value yourself through a man or through a romantic relationship in general.
Amen.
And I think Annayia wanting to recouple with Casey at the Casa recoupling was, I think she wanted him to prove that even though she ran him ragged that last week heading into Casa Amor, that she was still worth being
Correct.
chosen, right? She wanted him to prove that she was still worth it, even though it hasn't been a great relationship between them. And that's not for, it's not for him to pick you, it's for you to pick yourself, right? That's what we were in. He did not need to pick you. You needed to pick yourself, and that could have been either picking Carl or picking no one. I think like season 2 or 3 of Love Island, there was a girl who went through all of Casa Amor and came back with no one, and she ended up winning the season. I don't know if it was a scam, but she won the season. And there's another piece. I think part of the reason why she didn't pick Carl also is that like Carl did not have enough social capital in the villa yet, right? She wanted to continue to be with the cool couples, right?
Yep.
The OGs, like for the culture of this Love Island villa is that we stay with our men, and our men stay with us. And that's what's cool. All these other new people, lame losers, we kind of let them in. So I think a big reason, a part of it was just like, he ain't gonna help me. He's not gonna boost my worth in the house,
absolutely.
right? Yeah. That's how she sees it. And maybe now, because America voted her back in, maybe that gives her a little boost to her self-worth. But yeah, you're never gonna find it in a man. Never gonna. You have to know that you are more than enough, and you cannot self-abandon yourself. That is what she's also doing. Even dealing with Casey for those 3 weeks was probably her self-abandoning. I know she had nowhere else to go, but you could still choose yourself. You can.
Yeah. That's the thing that just continues to confuse me, especially for all her defenders. And I'm like, if he's such shit, why does she want to stay with him? Like, if he's shit, then let them not be together. That just makes no sense to me. And I think also too, just a side note related to what we're saying, is that I can't imagine that this isn't giving Carl the ick. How could he watch her during that movie night and say, so excited to continue to get to know her? And then when I piss her off, she can cuss me out and get in my face and turn the whole villa against me.
If I go talk to somebody else, right? Let another bombshell come in and Carl, or let him pull Amor for a chat, right? It's going to be the same thing.
Exactly.
But again, the people don't know. They don't know the context. They don't know how Annayia really acts. Let's talk about Aniya and Sincere. So, they have a conversation earlier in the episode where Annaya's like, yeah, you're going to close it off with her. Just kind of like an encouraging conversation about Melanie and Sincere, which is insane.
Yeah.
First of all,
I pray that type of friendship never finds me. If Sincere treats me, if a man treats me how Sincere treats Melanie, please, I beg, no friend of mine should encourage that.
And I think someone is like, well, she doesn't know all that's happening. She knows that her friend cries a lot. She knows her friend is not feeling good about the relationship. She knows that this man has been always making out and kissing other women while Melanie tries to stay as loyal as possible. She knows that. She is blinded by his beauty, and he knows that. He
Sincere knows what he has, and he uses it to his full advantage with the boys and with the girls. Like, he is very manipulative, and he knows how to work with what he has.
That man been running game his whole life. I feel like every girl who has ever dealt with Sincere should file an what is it called? Class action. Should file a class action lawsuit against him.
Yes,
this man,
they are entitled to compensation.
Game. What he was saying to Melanie these past couple of episodes before movie night, I was like, put his jersey into the rafters. Like,
the fact that their movie night is in 2 parts. They had to have an intermission, and they're going to come back with, that was just the soul part of things. Now we're going to come back with the Amora part of things.
Oh my God.
Because
what he was saying, he was like, but I came back to you though. I kissed her a few times. He just knows exactly what to say to bring her in. And I'm so sorry. I love women. I really do.
We both do.
This pains me, y'all. It pains me. But God, you do be looking dumb. You really do. You really be looking like a bird. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You do look like a bird. Every time you allow him to say some BS and you forgive him and believe him.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time.
And
And then
it's
you
just the way, and this is self-abandoning. This is exactly the
yes.
same thing.
Yes.
She is clearly feeling anxious and uncomfortable.
Her body's
She's
rejecting it.
not able to find peace. She's constantly worried. And that is a signal, friend. That is enough for you to say, this might not be the healthiest place for me because I can't actually regulate my nervous system. I keep being in a heightened state of concern and worry and agitation. And it's almost leading me to believe that they think that, like, now, of course, if I give them the most authentic shake and don't accuse them of scamming, which I think they could be, but it feels like these girls feel like love has to be struggle. If it's
Mm.
too easy, it's not real. If it's too simple,
Mm-hmm.
it's not,
I
the
agree.
excitement and the chaos is the signal that this is true.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of when it comes to the girls and the Casa guys, like I think at least Corey and Carl, I think it was just too easy for them.
It
They
was too
they liked
easy.
them. They wanted them. I don't have to work for this. I don't have to chase you. Like
Right.
I actually I've never said this, but I do feel like there's like a lot of like, and I'm not mad at girls being powerful and being empowered and kind of running things, but I do feel there's like the girls are they're in their masculine energy maybe a little bit or
Mhm.
something where like they're kind of the boss. Again, I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. But I also think that's where like the chasing comes from. I don't know. This might just be a younger generation thing, to be honest. Like, I think no, okay, never mind. Because Casey said that he likes to be chased. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. The girls, it's well, everyone's weird. All these
Every
dynamics are weird.
everyone's weird. And that's
Everyone's
what
weird.
and the red pill came back out too because homegirl said Caleb's
Lust.
not dominant
Oh.
enough.
Oh.
And Trinity said all the lust, and I'm just like, if y'all use the word lust one more time, I may have to
Where
just
did
like
that
never
come
watch the show again.
Where did that word come from? I don't even I don't think I've ever used. Maybe I've said I'm lusting after you. I don't,
Yeah, like I might have said it in like a fun way, like,
I
child,
don't
I
think I've
don't
ever used
know if it's love
lust.
or lust, but it's something. I'll say it like in a cute way, but never in a accusatory way, like you
Mm-hmm.
lustful. And I'm like, girl, that was like such a small part of the clip for Trinity to run with that anyway. But I'm just like, can y'all stop saying lust? Like, just stop using that word and stop being weird.
Yeah.
But they can't stop being weird because they just are weird.
Yeah. I'm sick overall though. I'm sick. Melanie. If you don't leave this man,
She's not gonna leave him, Misha.
I can't watch the show if she stays with him after this episode, after the next episode. I don't know if I can watch it. It's bad. It's so bad. We already know that Kata and Zach are gonna stay together. That makes me sick. Oof. Anaya and Carl, whatever. Happy princess, do your thing. Jen, I like you, girl. Look, if Jen can find some love, she might get my vote.
I'm telling you, she's not having a great time in that villa, but yeah.
If she finds
I'm
love,
like,
yeah.
we live in Trump's America if Kenzie is this desired and Gal. Like, I posted on threads, white ladies, can you tell me what you see in Gal? I don't, my eyes can't comprehend.
Yeah, and I saw people compare. Okay, maybe I should say, but I saw them comparing him to Jeffrey Dahmer in the looks.
But Jeffrey Dahmer had groupies.
Yeah, the mustache. The, nothing is real. Nothing is real. We're on week 5, y'all. We're on
Yeah.
week 5. There's no real love. There's
Yeah.
no real love. We bring in a bombshell. Maybe Carl and Amora might get together. I don't know.
I actually think that could be cute.
Yeah, it's a bad season though.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Again, I also just want to say thank you to everybody who has been
Oh,
watching the content, appreciating the content, asking for us to post the whole thing on YouTube. Thank you for that. Thank you for the great feedback to Kenyon. A lot of people want him back. We'll see if we can get him back. And I appreciate that y'all appreciate that we are bringing, a more grown and more thoughtful, energy to this discourse. And for the record, as we have said, we are usually for the girls. I just really want
always.
y'all to know that this much
Always.
defensive men is horrifying, but
It's so
it's
bad for the
happening.
brand.
I'm like, and a lot of men are following us, and I hope that you'll stay and find things that you like here. But I want you to know, I'm not usually on men's side like this. I want that to be very clear, and you
Yeah.
can make your decisions accordingly. But to be on men's side this much is kind of making me sick. But in this case, it's called for.
It's called for. I think I'd be remiss if I did not name the things that what Casey said that are like not great. And I know
And
I
we
did
have
it
done that throughout.
We have. But I just want to make sure that like I don't I don't endorse the words he are using, but I think his
Correct.
feelings are valid.
Correct.
And I think if folks look at the context of these conversations that they've had over these episodes and consider the fact that Annayia has yet to take any accountability in her part and their downfall and their demise,
Correct.
okay, then you'll understand it from there. But yeah, Casey, they're not disrespectful. They are hurtful. What he has said are absolutely hurtful, and they were not for Aniya's ears. I think that he definitely should have had more tact coming into the villa. And you can tell him how embarrassed and shameful he looked.
He never made any excuses either. I mean,
no,
he really
never.
just was like, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said it. It was bad. You know?
Yeah.
At least I give him some type of credit for just like owning up to it. Yeah, I shouldn't have said it. You know? So
yeah. Let me just make sure because I know we didn't want to go into details on stuff, and we did a little bit, but Annayia, Kata, I don't have much for Trinity. I don't have much for I think that's it. Oh, I did want to just give Corbin and Parmita a shout out.
I like them.
They're fun. She's not a real person, to be honest.
Yeah.
but neither is Corbin.
Yeah. It's like their energy matches. God knows what'll happen outside of the villa, you know, in terms of them actually staying together. But I feel like they're good for each other. They seem to have like a more lighthearted energy than a lot of these couples that are starting to feel so heavy and not fun. They still have a funness and a lightness that I think is cute. Honestly, I was gonna say give them the 100K. At this point, give the 100K to charity. At this point,
charity?
give the 100K to, you know, somebody for a scholarship to go to college. Like I don't want anybody here to get any money and have any type of validation that their behavior has been a fan favorite.
Yeah, it would be tough for me to give them the money, but we'll see. Look, if they're the only, you know, I can't wait for Kenzie. Honestly, I can't wait for most of the girls to realize that like at least half of America thinks that they've been wrong and horrible this season. Yeah. I can't wait for Kenzie to find out that America just didn't like you.
Yeah. They're all gonna find that out. I can't wait for the reunion. The reunion's the only thing I'm gonna look forward to watching because they will have seen enough, even if they haven't watched the whole season, but they will have seen enough to one, understand that Annayia was not telling them the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And for them to understand that like America is not receiving them well. And I hope that they come into either at the reunion or maybe even before, just on their own channels. I hope that they show some apologetic, you know, like, I'm sorry for if Trinity would say, I realized I was going too hard. I should have dialed it back. For Annayia to say, hey, you know, Casey and I had our issues, but I don't want you guys bullying him online. Like I need to see some of that type of behavior afterwards to show that they at least have any type of modicum of self-awareness and for them to try to maintain a damn brand deal because they ain't going to get one otherwise.
Yeah. I do believe Trinity gonna get some acting deals. I do believe that. Not even saying that shadily. Like I think she has a career in front of her. And I think Kata will, you know, get into modeling.
She will.
But I don't know how long their spotlight will last.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.